This is Gray Matter, where we process the gray areas of culture. I'm Kaitlin Puccio, and today's topic is the problem with them. It's becoming increasingly difficult to comprehend written materials the first time around, whether it's news articles or recently guidelines on certain medical websites. But it's not the subject matter that's difficult. It's figuring out who the subject is. And it's because they, in quotes, is used to refer to one person. So it's jarring and confusing because it's not the kind of they that used to refer to one person. So for example, a sentence like, if someone offers to buy groceries for their mother, they should not expect to be reimbursed. It's fully comprehensible, even though technically they, referring to someone, is grammatically incorrect. But it's comprehensible because it evolved as a kind of lazy way to replace, quote, he or she, which would probably be especially snooty in spoken English. We can't just say in casual conversation, if someone offers to buy groceries for his or her mother, he or she should not expect to be reimbursed. It just sounds strange. Even in writing, where using proper English is a little more in demand, it seems outdated. We did have ways of dealing with this in the past, of avoiding that grammatically improper they to refer to a singular someone. We could use one. If someone offers to buy groceries for one's mother, one should not expect to be reimbursed. Or we could use he to refer to man in general, using the Old English definition of man, which included men, women, and children. So this would be, if someone offers to buy groceries for his mother, he should not expect to be reimbursed. Or in the case of formal writing, a writer could use that Old English he, and then in a later instance use she for equality's sake. So that's if the writer is illustrating a point with examples. The first example would use he, and a different example would use she. But instead of this, they and them became acceptable pronouns to use with words like someone. But here's the important point. They and them were disjunctive in those sentences. They were replacement words for the phrase he or she, so that sentences wouldn't be so cumbersome, especially in spoken English. So to be clear here, or is the disjunctive term, as in either he or she, which was used because the gender of the individual was unknown, or unimportant to the idea expressed. Sentences that used these replacement words were still clear and readable, like in the example of someone buying groceries for their mother. But now, they and them have come to mean neither instead of either, right? So you have non-binary individuals who use they, them pronouns because they, for the most part, do not identify as either male or female. So there is no or. They're specifically not or as non-binary. So this means that where gender is binary, male or female, he or she, and certain individuals are neither male nor female, they and them cannot be replacement words for he or she like they were before. So this is what we have. Currently, they can mean he or she, as in if someone offers to buy groceries for their mother, they should not expect to be reimbursed, and they can mean neither he nor she, as in a non-binary individual. But if you have X is, as a full phrase, he or she and neither he nor she, you have a logical conundrum. Common language helps humans communicate. Where there's no longer a common language, communication becomes difficult. And this is why it's becoming more difficult to comprehend certain articles with just one read. But the real problem might not even lie in the pronoun. Yes, there are arguments about the absurdity of non-binary individuals suddenly becoming plural, but using they, them seems to be born from the use of they when the use of he or she is undesirable, whether that's because the gender is unknown or because automatically using he to refer to men, women, and children seems too exclusive of women. It was just adulterated to mean not he or she, but not he and not she. The issue is that we're getting so caught up in the pronouns that we might be missing the actual purpose of non-binary individuals using they, them. It seems that they use they because it doesn't specify a gender, but by asking and demanding to be referred to as they, them, what do they ultimately want? The pronoun is just a word in the end. What the pronoun represents is the idea of an identity outside of a socially constructed norm. By asking an entire population of English speakers to reject certain foundational terms in the common language, non-binary individuals might be asking for something else entirely. Is it recognition? Is it equality? Is it validation? Is there actually anything at all? If we remove the grammatical argument against the perversion of pronouns, it will probably allow the underlying needs of non-binary individuals to surface, and then maybe we can address the actual needs of these individuals.